Hello everyone, and welcome to the Narcissistic Abuse Recovery Care Network. I'm Dean, the host of this channel, and I'll be taking you on a journey through narcissism, understanding the narcissist, and understanding the narcissist-related disorders. So today I'm going to be presenting to you episode 55, and there's a little bit of history behind episode 55 because episode 55 is actually all about a narcissist that we had in our midst among all our members on the channel. Now, I had been dealing with this narcissistic person since about March of 2021 up until just recently. During that time, I spoke to her privately on my own personal social media pages on and off. I did actually kind of investigate her in a very similar manner in the way that I did with the most recent narcissist I talk about in my Who Let the Cat Out series. And after a period of time of investigating her more carefully and scrutinizing her dialogues with me and stuff, I came to the conclusion after some period of time that she was probably a narcissistic individual dealing with me on the channel and dealing with others around her as well too. And we have since fallen out and are not talking to each other anymore due to some events that occurred with her and I when we were communicating. So this is going to be episode 55. It's basically the story of what went on with this, and the title of episode 55 is There's a Fox in the Hen House. For those of you who are unaware, we on the NARCN Network had a narcissist among us. Some of you who I talk to personally may be aware of this, but for those of you who are unaware, we had a narc in our ranks. This person showed up back in March, but I had them on one of my social media pages as a friend for about 3 years before that, and before they became a NARCN member on this channel. I spent some time getting to know this person over a few months, but from the beginning something was kinda not right with this person. This person gave me a story about their ex being a narcissist. They gave me a story about the ex after this ex, but doing some research into their ex, I could not find this person that they were talking about on social media. And I looked for their ex pretty extensively, but could not find any solid evidence that this person even existed. So from that point on, I observed this person very carefully, and I tested them to see what types of feedback I would get from them if I presented them with some certain scenarios that are commonly used by narcissists to draw in victims. So I employed a little bit of narcissistic grooming psychology on this individual to see how they would respond to the things I presented to them. And they followed my cues quite willingly when I had talked to them about certain things we had discussed during our time exchanging dialogue. Some of the techniques I used to determine whether this individual was showing interest in myself was asking them about certain things about them, as well as trying to actively provoke dialogue that might be of a mild flirtatious nature to see if this would prompt them to open up or expand their dialogue to see if they presented an interest of a more than just friendship nature. This female did respond positively to the dialogue we were having. However, she was really not aware that I was also keeping close tabs on the other things going on with her on her social media pages. There were a lot of telltale signs present early on indicating red flags that concerned me from almost the get-go. These included her adding and unfriending me on her social media page at least 4 times over a number of months, and using the excuse that her ex-narcissist boyfriend was hacking her account and randomly unfriending her friends in her social media accounts. This is not impossible, but also not likely considering most social media platforms have very high encryption security measures in place to prevent such events from happening. But there were other red flags there present as well. Out of about 300 friends on her social media pages, about 290 of them were males. And a good portion of these males seemed to be commenting and liking things on her media pages often, with heart likes and comments about hooking up or going out places. Interesting dialogue that a person seemed to present dialogue of grooming nature to me as well when I would observe things on her page. So after having dialogue with her for a few months and watching her very carefully, I determined that I was indeed dealing with what seemed to be another narcissist. The action she was presenting seemed to add up to me. Sorry, the action she seemed to presenting seemed to add up to me, though she did not present very strongly in a flirtatious manner with me. She did indeed seem to be presenting interest of a more than formal friendship type of energy, however. So I laid back and observed this individual for quite some time, seeing what moves she made on her social media accounts and what energy she presented to me during our message exchanges. Over time, she seemed to lose interest, possibly because I was not presenting the correct type of attention towards her, and she seemed to veer her attention to other males who were constantly affording her attention and accolades on her social media pages. In this time, her attention dissipated towards me. Strangely, she followed a very predictable narcissistic timetable for grooming and devaluation with me, this being another indicator of who and what I was most likely dealing with. And at the end point, this person and I commenting, there was not much, this person and I communicating, there was not much effort on her part to reach out to me, and she seemed to become more and more annoyed and the less I gave her visible attention, as we say, narcissistic fuel. But she was still making efforts to keep the conversation going, preferring to wait and see for a time when I would reach out to her to afford an exchange response, often in a rather agitated manner that I would not be provoking by anything that I was doing. In the end, one of her appliances posted a comment on her social media page that got through her comment filter and appeared on her page before she could stop any other appliances from viewing it. This message also appeared in my home feed on my social media page at the time before she had a chance to delete it. She deleted that appliance who posted the comment from her social media page within minutes after that occurred, and in turn deleted me and several other appliances from her social media profile before deactivating her account, then resetting that account afterwards. Let this be a lesson to all of us. Narcissists are everywhere, waiting for the right moment to make their move on us, any of us, or all of us. Beware. So this has been episode 55. There's a fox in the henhouse. And I'm going to say to you guys out there, stay tuned for some more upcoming episodes. I've got some more content coming up on the NARCN Network. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you very soon.